WIP breaking news.
Niners and Eagles working on a trade that will send Bryce Huff to San Francisco for a mid-round pick. The trade cannot and would not be processed until after June 1st. First. Both sides working to make it happen, and Huff already has reworked his contract to help facilitate the trade in San Francisco. Huff, whatever.
Do you guys know the connection? Why it makes some sense?
Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh is the defensive coordinator once again of the 49ers.
And he's going to get the most out of it.
Well, I
forgot he was there.
That's the best he ever was in the NFL, was with Saleh 2 years ago when he had 10-plus sacks. All right. Well, you know what caught my attention? The mid-round pick. That's better than I thought they would get. When Kyle started reading it and I realized we're talking about Huff here, I was expecting him to say late round pick. If Howie can finagle a 5th round pick from the Niners for a guy they told to stay home, I will take that.
So the Eagles are only now going to take on $9 million.
Okay, so they're good.
Leaving the Niners with 7.95.
So Hugh, that changes the perspective a little bit. They owe him 7.95, the Niners, not the 16 that it was going to be.
So the Eagles took some of that hit.
9.
Yeah. I mean, that's still a lot for a part-time player.
Well, and the Eagles are paying $9 million to get a 5th round pick. They're done. This is a dump. Though I am impressed they can get something as high as I'm just guessing 5th round pick off of the mid-round pick thing. Is 5th still a mid-round pick? What's mid-round? I think 3, 4, 5 is mid.
Yep.
All right. So I mean, if we get a 5th, I'm totally good with this. He wasn't going to play here. I mean, it's just like they told him to stay home.
It sounds like that was the case. It sounds like by them telling him to stay at home that he had no place here.
Let me ask you this. Do you have any, and I'm curious what you think particularly on this, because I know you at one point believed in him. Do you have any concern that we are sending him to a team that we often have to deal with?
I thought about that.
It's not an AFC South team.
I thought about that, and there's some irony to that. But the Niners have taken on some water.
They have. Now they have one of the league's easiest schedules. A lot of people think they're going to bounce back. I'm not sure they're going to be great.
Are you asking me if I'm concerned about San Fran coming in here and doing what they did to us a couple years ago? Probably not.
Well, no, I'm not. I don't think they're quite at that level they were. I'm just saying we're trading them to a team we could run into. It's not out of the realm of possibility that the Eagles play the Niners in the playoffs this year. The Niners could get a 6th seed.
No, I know what you're saying, but I also look at it like this, Joe, because I'm processing it. It's you don't have too many dance partners.
That's true.
In this,
you got to take with someone's off you.
And if you're like here, because here's the thing, the biggest thing when it comes to Bryce Huff for me is the money. And you talk about roughly before if you get the Niners to take this on $16 million. No, everybody's looking at that. Most teams looking at that like that's a lot to pay for a guy who isn't going to play every down. Now, Saleh, that's different because he knows him, and he's probably in that office right now saying, I could get the most out of him. I could get a 15-sack season out of him. Or let's be more real, 10-sack, because he had a 10-sack season. So I can get some production out of him. And he's probably going to put him in a position where he's probably going to be a guy that roams around, because you got the other Bosa kid out there. So he'll probably play opposite of him, or I could see him lining up on the same, if they get him, lining up on the same side, running stunts, and freeing him up and allowing him to use his speed and some of the things he does to his advantage. I can see that.
So Elliott said it opens up around $4 million in salary cap space for the Eagles.
All right, so that's obviously good. They could roll that over next year when they have to pay more of these young guys, or use it to still upgrade the team.
You know what the irony is, though,
what's
Joe?
That?
He goes to the team that knocked us out the year that we were trying to go to the Super Bowl, and they get beat, and now he goes as a Super Bowl champion to the San Francisco 49ers.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I do think the landing spot is interesting, that they wanted him. I understand the Saleh connection, but it's not some terrible team. It's not some terrible franchise that it's a good franchise that wins a lot, and they think they could do something with it.
Would it be insane if he had a decent season with the Niners?
I think he'll have a decent season. Now, when I say decent, 8 sacks.
Well, that's decent.
I would say
that's more than decent.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I don't expect it to be anything, earth-shattering, but 8 sacks, that's respectable.
Are you gonna hold the L on this?
Oh, you got to take it.
I'll take that.
Okay. It's a massive.
Right.
We are growing as a show
slowly,
and I will take the L.
Massive L.